Minecraft stands alone in offering endless possibilities for its players, providing a gameplay experience that few other developers can match. As such, its endless possibilities for new builds and creations has led to the amassment of a massive community of dedicated Minecraft master builders dedicated to creating truly impressive creations. Want to count yourself among the prestigious ranks of the Minecraft master builder community but don't know where to start? Coming up are 5 important building tips to start you on your path to building like a pro. Tip number 1. Using walls and panes. One of the most common mistakes beginner Minecraft builders always get wrong is not using enough textures in their builds. So what's the trick to getting more textures and details into your builds? Using walls and pillars. Many people don't know this, but walls aren't just used for, well, making walls, but, contrary to popular belief, are actually quite versatile. As shown in the build on the right, walls can easily be incorporated into the sides of structures and placed in frames, snapping to fit the frame and window panes, and leaving no gaps whatsoever, making them surprisingly useful. When used in conjunction with pillars, this method produces a much more detailed and sophisticated look than the sample build on the left without overhangs and pillars. Tip number 2. Using overhangs in your builds. Going on from the last tip, another secret weapon in making a structure more detailed and sophisticated is adding overhangs to your walls and roofs. Generally, in typical Minecraft builds, there are 2 different types of overhangs: floor overhangs and roof overhangs. Here's how they work in the sample build shown on the right. Floor overhangs, or the overhangs at the bottom of each story, indicate where each floor starts and are usually made out of wood or stone. Roof overhangs, on the other hand, are the parts of the roof that extend past the wall of the building. Both overhangs can be used to make buildings a lot more visually appealing, especially compared to the sample build on the left. Tip number 3. Incorporating color schemes into your structures. Arguably one of the most important tips on this list, and the one that fewest beginners realize, is the importance of using color schemes in your builds. Shown here are some of the most ideal color schemes experienced players use in structures. Color schemes basically involve using multiple blocks in consistent patterns that, when put together, can be used to communicate certain building themes, ranging from rustic to ultra-modernistic, making the structures more interesting in the process. When compared to the beginner's sample build on the far left, color schemes can really get rid of the inherent dullness and plainness surrounding a structure without color schemes, making a structure a lot more lively and detailed. Tip number 4. Improving your glass windows. One important yet commonly neglected element of a structure that can completely change its feel would be the windows. There are many things that you can do to improve the windows of the structure, but arguably the most important is varying size, texture, and color. A common mistake made by beginners, as shown on the left, is not varying size enough and overusing glass blocks, which can make a structure's facade look a little plain. Another common error is not tinting windows enough, which can also make structures look a little generic. All of these problems have been corrected on the build on the right, and as you can see, it looks a lot more interesting as a result. The final tip: using landscaping around your structures. So, you've used the other 4 tips to help you build more interesting and detailed structures, but you've noticed there's still just something about it that could be improved. Well, nothing's wrong with the structure, so what could it be? The answer? Its surroundings. A common mistake made by beginner Minecraft builders first starting out is not using landscaping around the structures. Landscaping, in the form of paths, bushes, trees, planters, ground materials, and lights, can greatly improve the general feel of your build. As shown in these 2 builds, the one on the right greatly utilizes landscaping, while the one on the left does not use it at all. And the one on the right looks a lot more sophisticated as a result. So, those are all 5 of my building tips and tricks to get you started on your path to building like a pro. All these tricks aim to correct the most common mistakes made by beginner builders and to introduce some of the most popular techniques used by veteran master builders to set their structures apart from the rest. All of these tips have something to offer for everyone, whether you're a beginner just starting out, or an intermediate looking for extra tips to improve your structures. Did you enjoy the video? Were these tips helpful? Make sure to leave a like and leave a comment down below any other building tips I may have missed. But most importantly of all, thanks for watching.